Hello, guys. Today I'm going to summarize the poem Porphyria's Lover by Robert Browning. He was born in the year 1812, 7th May, and died in the year 1889, 12th December. He was an English poet and playwright whose dramatic monologues put him high among the Victorian poets. He was noted for irony, characterization, dark humor, social commentary, historical settings, and challenging vocabulary and syntax. Famous work is Porphyria's Lover. It is a poem that seems sweet at first, with a speaker observing his lover, but it soon takes a sharp, unexpected turn. Let's see what the twist that holds in this poem. It is a stormy night. Violent wind tears the tops of elm trees and ruffles the lake water. A lover is sitting alone by a burnt out fire in his cottage, waiting anxiously for his lady love to come to him. When Porphyria steps into the room silently and closes the door to keep the cold and wind out of the cottage, then she bends down to make the dying fire blaze up. The room gets warm. Then she rises and takes off a wet cloak and shawl and dirty gloves. She takes off her hat, and her long, damp, golden hair falls on her shoulder. Then she sits down by his side and lovingly addresses him. The lover having made no reply, she takes his arms and puts it around her waist. She bares her smooth, wild shoulder, removes her hair from there, bends forward, and makes his cheeks rest on her bosom. She then covers his head and shoulder with her golden hair as under a cloak. Then she tells him in a sweet, low voice that she loves him passionately and that she is too weak to free herself from her false family pride and loveless marriage ties and to surrender herself completely to him forever. But that night, a passionate love for him gets the better of her pride and wifely duties and comes to him turning her back upon the rivalries in her house and braving the inclement weather. Porphyria's lover looks up at her happy and proud eyes. At last his doubts and fears are gone. He is sure she loves him deeply. He feels exultant. He is puffed up with a sense of superiority. While he is thus perched on the height of exultation, he is unable to decide what to do next when a sudden thought flashes across his mind. Acting on his thought, he makes her hair into a long cord, winds it thrice around her throat, and strangulates her. He is sure she felt no pain, otherwise, she could have cried in pain. Then he opens her eyelids. Her blue eyes show no sign of discoloration. He unlooses the knot of her hair around her neck. Then he kisses her cheek passionately. Her cheek once more blushes brightly under his passionate kiss. He then holds up her head, but now it drops on his shoulder, and he has to bear the burden of her head. Her face seems glad that all its wishes have been fulfilled. The social barriers and marriage ties which forbid her meeting with him and which she despite no longer exist, and he has at last gained her love. But Porphyria couldn't know that her dearest wish was fulfilled. Throughout the night, they, the dead and the living, sit together without stirring. And God is so stunned by his murderous act that he doesn't like to speak. In other words, he doesn't approve of the lover's act. So, finally, I would like to complete the video with my quote that is, love is blind. Sometimes it acts selfish to keep and beloved ones to ourselves. Thank you.